All right, the question of the day is, should I replace that steering wheel with this steering wheel? My gut feeling says, yes, I should. So I'm going to put this old Jaguar, this is I think it's called a Nardi steering wheel. I'm going to work on fitting it to the Chevy column that's in my CJ3A here. Alright, yeah, I know my shop's messy, but I guess that just keeps it real. First things first, I need to get this guy apart. So I figured out yesterday that the button just pulls out, slides out, and then the wiring disconnects. And that, get some of this other stuff out of the way here. Allows us to get this trim ring off. The other parts for the horn come out of there. And now I have access to the nut. The shaft has been cut on this. It came from a junkyard. And it actually broke the, I don't know, the mounting piece here when that got cut. So not harming anything by changing the way that is. Put all the parts that I don't think I'm going to use over there. I think I'll use the existing stuff off of the Chevy column that's in the Jeep. Switching to the impact. Alright, so my goal is going to be to keep this part of the wheel intact. Just, I don't know, keep it as original as I can and keep from destroying something that I guess somebody may want someday. This adapter I'm going to consider sacrificial because it's already broken back here. And I may end up using the lathe to turn this into my adapter for the Jeep. I'm going to go pull the wheel off the Jeep now so I can start comparing things and see where we end up. Alright, now it's time to pull this steering wheel out. Where am I going to put you guys? How about right there? Alright. This one should be pretty easy. Ah, there we go. This is what we'll be replacing. Shouldn't be a big deal. Maybe I should line the steering up while I'm doing this, because right now the top is all the way down here. We'll figure it out more in a minute. So I decided I should probably go look and see what would happen if I just try to slide this on the column. I'll take you along. Nope. Short of trying to pull this off, I don't think that's going to be the right choice. I think what I'm going to end up doing is probably turning this down to be a spacer, however thick I decide I want it. And then I'll make a plate with this bolt pattern. I'll bolt the plate both directions. I'll bolt it to here, and then we'll bolt through the other side into that. That's the plan for now. So I got both wheels here. I'm just kind of comparing them to see how much room I have to work with. It just dawned on me that I can time this wheel anywhere I want it very easily without any modification. So I'm just going to not worry about lining up or centering the wheel through the column and all of that, because I can just put this in the right spot. And it looks like I just need to take about an inch off the back end of this, and then my wheel will be at about the same height. I have some room that I could move that further down if I wanted to, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I'll start with about an inch and we'll go from there. So next step's the lathe. See you at the lathe. It just dawned on me that if I just come back and part this piece off, I'll have a built-in disc that's got the right finish on it that I can drill and tap for my adapter piece. I just had a thought before I finish parting this off. I'm going to go ahead and drill the holes through here so it will mount, and that way I have guides for drilling my holes when I'm ready to drill and tap them, or drill and tap the inside anyway. Just make it easier in the long run. Alright, so I drilled those. Now I'm going to need to drill some on the outside of here so I can mount this plate to this when the time comes. Those are actually the ones that are super critical. So I'm going to go mark those up. Alright, that'll work. So these holes will be for mounting to the Chevy column. These holes will be for mounting this adapter back to the Jaguar mount for the steering wheel. Alright, so I took it over to the drill press. I got all my holes bored. I went far enough that I'm into the main piece of the body, so I have guides really only important on the outer ones. So I'm going to finish parting this off and then see where I'm at. So this piece is all finished now, except for threading the holes, but I have the holes all marked. I cut a relief in here so the head of the bolts that will attach the other piece to the steering column, they'll be bolted through this way. There'll be room for those bolt heads inside of here. And then the outer holes will mount this piece back to there, and the steering wheel will be out here. Now I'll finish this piece up. So I took this out to the Jeep and I looked things over, and there's actually nothing else that I really need to do. I'm going to have to bolt these together and then come in and get these bolts into the steering column, just because of the clearances that are involved on this back side. If I have to, I could relieve the back of this some, but I'm going to try to get this without cutting any relief back here. We'll see how that works out. Alright, next step is drilling and getting these ready to tap. I'm going to go with quarter 28 hardware, since that's what the rest of the steering column is. So that calls for a number 3. Alright, since I'm working in aluminum here, and so it's a fine thread going into aluminum, I'm just going to use, I've got a starting tap here chucked up in the drill. This will make things a lot quicker, and this thread and in aluminum means it's going to go pretty easy. I think that's going to work out just fine. Yeah, that's going to work good. The next step is going to be mounting this in the Jeep. We'll see you at the Jeep. Hey boy. We're going to go with that for now. Getting excited. Just using blue Loctite so it's not too hard to get apart later. Be right back with the steering wheel. I'm back. Steering wheel. It's kind of pretty. The beauty ring. I kind of feel like this ought to get some adhesive, but it looks like it's just got some rubber rings in there that make it kind of a slip fit. And the Jaguar horn button, beep beep. I don't have a horn that works right now. How about that? The tilt wheel, 1949 Willys with the Jaguar steering wheel. We'll go for a drive after a while.